Stay on the wall. Stay on the wall. And my subtopic would be push. While you're on the wall, push. Before you get to the wall, push. And that's the acronym for pray until something happens. Amen? Is that all right?
Amen.
We need to pray more. Pray until something happens. Pray until you can't pray no more.
Amen.
So you don't have energy left in your body. Pray. I believe one of the New Testament writers said, pray without ceasing. So whatever it is that we're encountering or embarking upon, we need to pray. When we look at Nehemiah chapter 1, I go down to verse number 3. I'm just going to start. They said to me, those who survived the exile and are back in the province are in great trouble and disgrace. That's a problem. That's a problem. Y'all see that? Anybody here have a problem? Has some trouble? That'll teach 2 people so far.
Amen.
If I keep on, I'm going to get bored and teach.
Amen.
That there are some problems or some trouble. Here we see Nehemiah said, in verse number 3 again, Brother Hall, he said what?
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
They said to me,
Mm-hmm.
those who survived exile
Uh-huh.
and are back in the providence
Mhm.
are in great trouble.
Great trouble and disgrace. Not just, trouble is trouble,
Yes, sir.
but it's great trouble.
Great trouble.
Serious trouble. I use this one, man, I got a serious problem. I'm in some serious trouble. And you know what? While I'm here, I got you here. I can speak, I can talk to you. Because if you lay down and go to sleep now, it's so spacious. It's so many space. I can see your head bobbing. So you can't lean on folk when a lot of us in here. I won't see you sleep. But right now, wake up back there now. The wall got right in the head. He's going to knock that wall down. Stay on the wall right there. Let me tell you something. When we are having some difficulties in our lives, we need to pray.
Amen.
A lot of folks turn to other things when times are tough. The very first thing we need to do is pray. When life deals you a lemon, you pray. Sometimes folk will cross your path when things are going good and will mess your day up. And before you can get through the day, you are all upset. Woke up good, feeling good this morning, on your way to Glory Land Way, and here come the devil. The devil doesn't like when things are good, and he's not happy when things are going good. Now, here Nehemiah encountered a problem and some great trouble and disgrace. The wall of Jerusalem, there it is broken down, and its gates have been burned with fire. You got any gates in your life that's been burned with fire? Has come. Now this was great trouble here, and his ancestor lived here, and it was in a mess. And that man his heart went out. He said, when I heard these things in verse number 4, look what he did. And I want you to, when you hear things, when trouble come knocking at your door, don't come unrattled. You know what you need to do, Sister Tara? Just like pray. Thank you, sister. Pray until something happened. When I heard these things, he said, I sat down and wept. Not just for an hour or two. See, when trouble comes to our door, Sister Virgin, a lot of folk get upset. They get busy, get to calling folk, get to cussing. Things start to happen. They get upset. Look what this man of God did. And we can learn from. What did he do, Brother Hall?
For some days I mourn.
For some days, not just a few minutes or a few hours, and then you call your brother, your sister, whoever, and say, you know what they did to me. You know what I'm going to do to them. It wasn't right. I'm going to do. No, sit down. What did he say he did? For some days he sat and he mourned.
And fasted.
And here it comes. Not only did he mourn, he fasted.
Yes, sir.
You need to stop eating when you're mad sometimes. Just go into a fasting moment. Just sit down and say, they did it to me, but I'm not going to respond to that negativity.
Amen.
I'm gonna let God fight my battle for me. I've learned now, I don't care what happened to me, the very first thing I do now is stop and pray. I I've learned to pray because my way doesn't work. But when I stop and pray, it seems like God will always work it out. It seems like the Holy Spirit will just get me by the hand and guide me through my trouble. Not just me, but you too, if you follow that. But the moment that you take matters in your hand, you have to end up apologizing. You have to end up, might put what they say, place a bond or say, what that is when they go down there and you got to come down there and bail you out. Oh, your bond. Now what they got to bond you out? I bail you out. Because you didn't sit and wait. I'm talking to somebody that don't take matters in your hand. That's it in a nutshell, isn't it? Yes, keep reading, Brother Hall.
Fasted and prayed.
He fasted and prayed before God of heaven. That's what we need to do, y'all. Amen. All right? All right, and here it is. Then I tell you, he prayed. Let me show you. The Bible is so good. Look, he gave us the prayer that he prayed. Now, I'm going to show you something here with Nehemiah. Nehemiah prayed a long prayer. And that's his prayer right here that we're getting ready to see. And then, when he went to the king, he had to think fast on his feet and pray again, but it was a real short prayer. Some prayers, we can pray long prayer and short prayers. All right, okay. Now, here comes the prayer. Y'all ready for it? Amen. He said, Lord, the God of heaven, the great and awesome God, who keeps his covenant of love with those who love him and keep his commandments. You see that? God keeps his covenant with those of us who love him. Amen. Let your ear, this is what he's saying, pray, Nehemiah, let your ear be attentive and your eyes open to hear the prayer your servant is praying before you day and night for your servants. Now, he wasn't praying not only for himself, he was praying for Israel as well. I don't just pray for myself, I pray for all of us. Amen. I remember just the other day, we having dinner with the family, and Dee said, why do we all want to pray about, thank you, Lord, for this food, thank you, we have nourishment to our bodies, we thank you for this and that, and forgive us of our sin. Now he said, why are you asking forgiveness of other folks' sin? Well, we have example here to where leaders pray and ask for forgiveness for everybody. Amen. That's what he did right here. He said, to hear the prayers of your servant praying before you day and night for your servants, the people of Israel. I confess the sins we Israelites, including myself. There it is. Because a lot of us sin. And that's why I pray a lot of time for we Blakenites. All right? Not just for me. Yeah, I sin too. But then I do that too because sometimes you might not have time to pray. I pray for you. You might not feel like asking for forgiveness. Guess what I do? I ask God to forgive you. Me too now. Now, don't think that I'm all this and that above. Me too. I start with myself first. Get my house in order first. And then I come there and try to get your house in order. But that's only in prayer. Now, I ain't going to come there and try to do it physically because it ain't going to be no good look. And then he said, including myself and my father's family have committed what? Against you. They committed. He said, we have acted very wickedly toward you. Don't that sound familiar? We have not obeyed the commands, the decrees, and laws you gave your servant Moses. See, some folk not even obeying some of the laws and stuff that their grandfathers and foreparents and stuff. Not only the laws that they have now, we just break laws. Amen. Then he said, remember the instruction you gave your servant Moses, saying, if you are unfaithful, I will scatter you among the nations. But if you return to me and obey my commands, there it is, then even if your exile people are at the farthest horizon, I will gather them from there and bring them to the place I have chosen as a dwelling for my name. And who is he doing this for? Those who have done what? Obeyed. No, he's going to do this for those who have obeyed. Who have come back in verse number 9 now. But if you return to me, that means if you repent. If you repent, God is going to do this for you, just like he did here in our text. And then he goes on and says, they are your servants and your people, whom you redeemed by your great strength and your mighty hand. Lord, he's still praying, let your ear be attentive to the prayer of this your servant, and to the prayer of the servants, your servants who delight in revering your name. Give your servant success today by granting him favor in the presence of this man. The man who? The king. And here he says, I was a cupbearer to the king. And I asked you initially, what is a cupbearer? A cupbearer is one of those, Nehemiah tested the wine before the king drank the wine. All right? That was his position. Nehemiah, just like, I'm going to use for an example of Brother P, was the cupbearer for Brother Spurlock. See, there's some denominations who actually have cupbearers in their congregation. They carry the minister's Bible, they give them something to drink, they drink the stuff before them, they're actually doing that. They carry his coat. Everybody won't carry my coat. So I won't advocate that. There's a man, look, you carry your own coat. I carry your coat. However, if I was the king and that Brother Pugh was to drink any wine that I drink, and Brother Pugh, now I'm not giving you a license to drink some wine now, but that's this text now. I'm trying to make, y'all get in it, paint a picture. He said that here, Nehemiah will drink the wine, and the reason being, they protected the king. They didn't want nothing to happen to the king. There were folk even then who would poison you. So therefore they had Nehemiah, the cupbearer, to test the wine before the king drinks it. And guess what happened? The wine was poisonous. Guess what happened? It killed Nehemiah, so the king was saying, I'm not drinking. You see that? You see how he fixed that? So y'all need to come on now. I need some cupbearers up here. If they shoot up here, I don't have no bullet protector on them. Somebody take the bullet. And then I can still preach. They go, I'm hearing somebody say, no, not like that. All right, but that's what the cupbearer, that's what was happening back there then. In ancient time, that was a very high ranking position, similar to a chef, chief of staff in the army. That's what it's equivalent to. So that was a high position. They said for a Jew to be chosen for such a position tells a lot about Nehemiah. He must be attested to be trustworthy, loyal, dependable, and intelligent. He's the man the king trusts with his life. You see that? Yes. And that probably explained why the king was able to trust him and grant him. See, he asked the king for something. He asked the king to give him a leave of absence to go and build this wall, rebuild this wall. Y'all getting this? Yes. All right, now that brings me to chapter number 2. I'm just laying a foundation. I'm not going to finish today. I'm just getting started. All right, in the month of Nisan, in the 20th year of King Artaxerxes, when wine, here it is, see that? You told that one line. When wine was brought for him, Nehemiah said, I took the wine and gave it to the king, meaning that he what? He consumed the wine first. I had not been sad in the presence before. In other words, I'm going to show you something. Nehemiah was a happy-go-lucky guy. And all of a sudden now, he's sad. He's unhappy. What is he sad about? He's drunk somebody. No, he didn't just took a sip. He didn't never thought about it that way, but he's drunk. No, he's not sad. He's sad because of what had just laid the foundation. Something happened with his people. That's right. The wall, well, they were in great trouble, had been burned. He wasn't drunk, y'all. Not right now. Okay. All right. This Bible told me that somebody did have a sense of humor. You wasn't drunk. All right. And then, where am I? Verse number 2. It said that, so the king asked me, why your face looking like that? You know, sometimes when you know your people, and you can look at them in the face, even your children sometimes, your spouse, your significant other, something ain't right. You know, you look at, you ever know me now about 8 months. She's looking and said, what's wrong, honey? Don't you say that sometimes? I look at her, she's fine. That's on my back, my knee. The church is on my heart. She can even know that. You follow me? So here the king said, hey, why your face? Why does your face look so sad when you are not sick? You see that? And then this can be nothing but sadness on your heart. The king knew that something was going on with him. All right? And he said, I was very much afraid. Now that's what Nehemiah said. But I said to the king, may the king live forever. See, that was like a motto or something, I quote, that they would say, hey, like we said, hail ye the king. And then he would say, may the king live forever. You know, he was trying to perk up. You know, the king noticed that something was wrong with him. And he's going to flip the script. May the king live forever. You see that? And then after he said that, he said, why should my face not look sad when the city where my ancestors are buried lies in ruin, and its gates have been destroyed by fire? You see, he was in the midst of the king there. Right before that, in chapter 1, I told you he had a long prayer, didn't he? And so now he said that why should I be afraid? Then he started thinking. He said, okay, now what is the king gonna think of me? And guess what he turned to right then? Here come that short prayer. Remember, he did a long prayer. And look at the short prayer that he said. The king said to me, well, what is it you want? All right, here you go. He started to pray. And it was a very short prayer. You know, sometimes we get in trouble, so Lord, help me out. Lord, help me. You know, we drive and you can't say that long prayer. Close your eyes. Lord, the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You can't pray that one right now. Come on by here while I'm done. Sit by here, Lord. You see what he said? Then I prayed to the God of heaven. And I answered the king. Just like he prayed, that was an instant prayer. Lord, help me. Give me the word to say to the king. Because I don't want to say the wrong thing. All right? He said, and if it pleases the king, and if your servant has found favor in his sight, let him send me to the city in Judah, where my ancestors are buried, so that I can do what? Rebuild the wall. Then the king, with the queen sitting beside him, asked me. You know, that queen somewhere behind the king. Every king got a queen. All right? How long will your journey take? Now, he'd like to hear that now. Instead of declining or saying, no, I don't need you. I need you here. I need you tasting my wine, and I need you right. He said, how long going to take you to go do this, Nehemiah? That's what he said in a nutshell. He said, how long will your journey take? And when will you get back? It pleased the king to send me, so I set a time. I also said to him, if it pleases the king, he talking to who now? Nehemiah said, if it pleases the king, may I have a letter to the governors of Trans-Euphrates so that they will provide me safe conduct until I arrive in Judah? This is smart Nehemiah. Because he was going up against some folk. And so he went ahead and asked the king to draft a letter. Give me a letter of recommendation or let them know while I'm here. You see, he's thinking ahead of himself. All right. And may I have a letter to Asper, keeper of the royal park, so he will give me the timber to make beams. See, now he's requesting, say, hey, can you give me the material that it's going to take to do this? This man is a smart man, intelligent. That's what a cupbearer, he has to be intelligent. And here, Nehemiah, an intelligent man. And he said, to keep reading here, he said that by the temple and for the city wall and for the residence I will occupy. And because the gracious hand, there it is, of my God was on me. When God is on you, when God is on your side, when God is for you, who can be against you? I don't care if it's 32,000. God has a way of giving you victory when you are a minority. I don't know about you, but I know how good God is.
Amen.
So I just want to help us now when trouble comes again, because some of you out of your storm, out of trouble right now, but it's going to come back. Listen and hear my voice the trouble come knocking at your door, don't take matters in your hand. Go somewhere still away and pray.
Amen.
The very first thing I do, when something happened to me, I said, no, let me pray first before I do anything. And I shared this with you over 3 years and a few months ago when I found Dorothy dead. The first thing I did, that was devastating. I still see that sometime now, flashback. To go in and touch your loved one and they dead all of a sudden. Now, a lot of folk will come unravel. It doesn't unravel me. My knees buckle. I got, what do I need to do? Who do I need to call? You know who I called first before I called 911? Jesus Christ. Guide me, Father. Help me. And then after I got 911, what is it? 911, not 411 information. You don't need the information. I gave 911. And then we got that set up, and Lord have mercy. Guide me again, Father, to call my children. Amen. Lord have mercy. That was the worst call I've ever called. You hear me? So it was by the grace of God to bring me through. Not just me. Some of you have had some difficult times.
Amen.
Some of you been before the judge.
Well.
Look at Roger, raise that, thank you, Roger. And you said, Lord, I hope you grant me, what they call it? Clemency. Y'all been there? What you know about that, Pat? Grant me clemency, a clearance. Yeah, whatever. And when the Lord takes over and said, we find you not guilty, or you may be cleared, or we're dropping the charge. Hallelujah! Talk to God in every situation. All right. So I went to the governors of Trans-Euphrates and gave them the king's letter. The king had also sent army officers and cavalry with me. Not only did he let me go, but he sent me some guard, some help. Protect this man while he's going. And then verse number 10, when Sanballat, the Horonite, and Tobiah, the Ammonite, officers heard about this. They were very much disturbed that someone had to come to promote, that it was disturbed because someone had come to promote the welfare of the Israelite. In actuality, you see what was happening? You're going to have opposition. Mm-hmm. He's coming to do a good work. But right here, the devil folk want to find fault. They hadn't heard about it, what's going to happen. You follow me? Every time we try to do good, evil is already there waiting on us.
Amen.
You see that? Yes. And then this governor, when Sanballat, I'm going to keep reading here, then I'm going to have to close and get ready for next week. This is where Brother Pew picked up. Verse number 11, I went to Jerusalem. This is Nehemiah. And after staying there 3 days, I want you to learn something. I'm teaching today. I want y'all to learn something. Please hear me.
Yes, sir.
Don't act so hastily. I've told you when it happens, because it's going to happen. Sit down and do what? Pray. Y'all got it. Fast. Don't forget fast. Stop eating so good. Fast and pray. Mourn and weep, whatever it is. But fast and pray. I ain't going to let this get me. Fasting is supposed to be in tune with God. There's nothing distracting you, not even food.
Amen.
You hear me? Or sometimes a lot of us love to eat. I know sometimes baby says, you ready to eat? And I'll be so ready. And then there's a time when I'm not ready, but when I'm so ready to eat, nothing gets in my way. And I'll be studying. I think it was yesterday or something. I was saying, she said, ready now is hot. I said, I stopped studying to go eat because I was ready to eat. Sometimes we don't let nothing stop us from eating. And then some folks just eat too much. Just eat. You full. Stop that shit to the stare saying, you stop that eating like that, girl. But here we fast. So the food is not our main focus. Remember the first F I said focus on fix on the focus. Okay, all right, and that was gonna be part of it. But let me go and finish this and then I'm gonna close in 5 minutes and we're gonna pick up next time, okay? He said, I went to Jerusalem and after staying there 3 days, see, he was there 3 days. He didn't just go right on. He stayed there 3 days. Verse 12 said, I set out during the night. He said, sometimes you don't even need to get up and go do it in the daytime. Because sometimes too many nosy folk. You know, go on just for the, take one for the team. Because they know if they see you going somewhere in the daytime, they're going to start calling and talking. You know, I saw him going over, so something must be going on. Talk like that. Oh, well, some of y'all understand. All right? He said, I set out during the night with a few others. I had not told, I want you to listen to this. Stop telling folk your business.
Amen.
Stop telling folk your move. Because you tell some folk, they tell your enemy will know your next move. Look what he said. He said, I had not told anyone what my God has put in my heart to do for Jerusalem. See, I hadn't told anyone up until just recently what God had put in my heart for Church Street. Our 2020 vision until just recently. Some things you need to just sit on. Some things you need to just be quiet for just a few minutes.
Amen.
For just 3 days. Is that all right? Don't go and tell nobody, oh, let me tell you what he did. And that's why I got you here. Even like, my teenagers not here. I just tell CC, I guess, Garrison must have stepped out. Watch when you tell your homies or your friend, you know, if she called me and gave me her digits, don't go tell, I can't wait till Brother Hall if she gave me her number, because Brother Hall might call. One call?
That's all.
So sit on it for a minute. You ain't got to tell nobody. Don't tell, stop telling your business. Is that all right?
All right.
Relationships. Stop telling your business. Everybody don't celebrate you. Everybody ain't happy for you. Misery loves company.
Amen.
Oh, Lord. All right. Thank you. I had not told anyone what God had put in my heart to do for Jerusalem. There was no beast with me except the one I was riding on. I wasn't even making no noise. And he said, by night, I went out through the valley gate toward the Jacob well and the Dom gate, examining the walls of Jerusalem. I want to drop down to verse 19 and we'll come back next week. After all that he did, let me go back up to verse number 18. I also told them about the gracious hand of my God on me and what the king had said to me. And they said, let us start rebuilding. This was his folk now. These was the folk on his team. After he shared with them the plan, they said, let's go to work. Let us. He can't do it by himself. And see, I'm wise enough. I can't do all this by myself. It takes a team. It takes all of us. It doesn't take a whole bunch of us. Let me clarify that. I know that now. It only takes a handful. Jesus took 12 and turned the whole world upside down. So if he took 12, I can take 10 or even 6. I remember that when I was looking at this lesson, another scripture I was reading in Genesis, when Abraham went and approached God, because men in the Bible, they prayed. And Abraham said, can you find 50 down there in Sodom and Gomorrah? Y'all remember that? He said 50 went down to 45. Went down, he said, you were praying. All right. So let me close. He said, they replied, let us start rebuilding. And that's what I love to hear when you got people come together. Amen. And they for the same cause. Amen. Let's do this, brother. Let's do this. He said, let us rebuild. So they began this good work. We're doing a good work here at Church Street. Let us continue to do a good work at Church Street. But as I close, Brother Hall closed with a but. Every time you try to do good, look at the evil ones. What did verse 19 say? But, there go that but. When Sanballat, the Hornite, Tobiah, the Ammonite officials, and Geshem, the Arabian or Arab. Okay, it was 3 of them. When they heard about what was going on, and just like anybody else, when a great work is about to start, when somebody hears it, here come the naysayers. Here come your enemy. Here comes somebody wanting to complain. Stop, and let me Paul right here, when somebody's doing a good work, be quiet.
Amen.
You remember when mom used to say, if I can't say anything, if you can't say something good,
Say nothing.
don't say nothing at all. Some other folk, most of y'all here today, y'all are okay. But we can tell some folk you don't need to say nothing at all. Keep your mouth. Remember mama used to keep your mouth shut. That's what they need. Okay. All right. And then he said, read, Brother Hall.
They mocked and ridiculed us.
They mocked. They ridiculed us. What them folk up there think they doing now? Oh, who do we think he is coming in here with a letter from the king and said he can rebuild this? Look over there. Here go Sanballat. Look over there at, what's her name called? Tobiah. Look over there at him, and then Tobiah look over there at Geshem and said, and then they said, man, they made fun of him. You follow me? What do they think they're doing? They ridiculed, mocked him. And what else happened, Brother Hall?
What is this you're doing?
What is this you doing? They asked. Are you rebelling against the king? What did he say? Nehemiah said, and I goes with this.
I answered them.
I answered.
By
Saying,
the God of heaven
give us success.
will give us success.
Period. Hold, stop right there. The God of heaven will give us success. The God of heaven will bless my marriage. The God of heaven will bless my finance. The God of heaven will bless my health. The God of heaven, did anybody here, will bless whatever it is that I've taken time and prayed to God about. The God of heaven will make a way. He will give us success. And we, his servants, will start rebuilding. But as for you, you have no share in Jerusalem or any claim or historic right to it. Go on, Nehemiah. The message is yours today. I